Scorpio, welcome back to the channel. Monica Lou here at the Love Messages. So today we will be doing your reading for the 2nd to 3rd week of June. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you and you want more details for all the services that I offer are linked in the description box below this video. Scorpio, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, the card that just popped out is the Knight of Swords. So there's something here about taking action, moving forward, doing something very quickly here, possibly. Maybe you're dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Your challenge, Scorpio, is the 6 of Pentacles. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the 9 of Cups upright. Okay? So your challenge here for many of you is the 6 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles is a charitable energy. It is an energy of giving, offering, making a generous donation here. And for many of you, your biggest challenge is to identify whether or not you're giving your energy to possibly the right people, if you are being generous to people that support your vision, or are you just blindly giving to people because you want to feel like you belong in some way, shape, or form. So this is about really evaluating the give and take within relationships. We're going to find out more when we clarify this in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the 6 of Cups, you have the 8 of Cups, and you have the Tower. So in the recent past, many of you were involved in a situation in your life where something was very unfulfilling for you. It was very emotionally unfulfilling. It wasn't giving you what you needed in the past. And what I feel here in the past with this person, it was a particular person or a situation that you were involved in, it really started to crumble, okay? It could have been a friendship that started to crumble, maybe a partnership, a relationship, maybe, something here that you were working on, you were doing something here just wasn't stable here in the past. And as a result of that, Scorpio, you decided to walk away possibly from the situation, or you disconnected emotionally from it. And we're going to find out more about the situation when we clarify it in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the 7 of Cups, you have the 4 of Wands, and you have the 9 of Wands. So in the present moment with the 7 of Cups, there's definitely a strong energy here of uncertainty. Confusion, uncertainty, not being clear on something. And I feel it is a relationship that you're involved in. Some of you are dating somebody, or you're living with someone, or you're in a relationship with someone, and you're really trying to make sense of this relationship. What's the point of this relationship? What's the purpose of it? Does this person love me? Are they serious about me? This is a very specific message. It's not going to resonate with all of you. Some of you just aren't going to resonate because you don't have, a relationship. But this is about your stability, okay? Even if it's not about a relationship, it could be about a job, Is this job going to bring me the stability that I need? Is this place of residence that I'm living in going to give me the stability that I need? Is the relationship that I'm involved in going to give me the stability that I need? And many of you have been trying to really painfully make something work here, almost to the detriment of your health and your well-being. Okay. So the 9 of Wands here is talking about a cycle coming to an end. One of the things that I did mention to the sign of Cancer is that Jupiter has just entered into Cancer. So this is going to actually help you this time around. Whereas, when Jupiter was in maybe, Gemini, it wasn't really helping you as much. I mean, it wasn't a bad aspect, but this time around, this go around with Jupiter entering into Cancer, it's really going to uplift you. It's going to uplift your sun, your moon, or rising, and it's going to bring forth that abundance to you. So many of you are reevaluating a specific situation in your life in the present moment that you're not quite clear on, but you also feel very tired putting your energy towards a situation, and you may not be 100% sure if this is something that you want to continue doing. So we'll talk about that when we clarify in a moment. Now, in the near future, you have the Devil, you have the Sun, and you have the King of Cups. So in the near future, something becomes very apparent to you. Something becomes very apparent to you. What does that mean? It means that if you are seeking love, or you are making an offer to somebody here in the near future, one of the things that the cards are asking you to be aware of is the red flags. The devil lately has been talking to me about red flags, especially when there's court cards around it or love cards. But the beautiful thing here that you should be aware of is that even though you are making an offer of love to somebody or you're interested, there's something here about love, being interested, because your reading is definitely about love. It's definitely about love, okay? Somebody here is showing you who they truly are. They're showing you the red flags, and the red flags are so hard to ignore because the sun is here. Now, it's going to be up to you if you entertain this. But if you entertain this and you know it's not for you, you only have yourself to blame because the red flags were there. Don't ignore them. Some of you are saying, oh, you know, that's fine. I'll just, you know, I'll pretend like it's not a big deal until it becomes a big deal. So this is something that, you know, you need to be aware of. And of course, with Uranus still in your 7th house in Taurus, and that's squaring, you know, that's squaring Mars right now in the sky, there is red flags there and you need to be aware of them. Okay. And we're going to talk more about that. This is a warning, I think, for you in the near future. So we're going to get into that. Just some details that I feel that you may need to know. Now, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is about fulfillment. It's about satisfaction, sometimes a little bit over drinking and overeating. You know, if you are somebody who is trying to maybe, you know, work out or you're trying to work on your physique, try not to over and drink and eat. You may be, inclined to do that. But also this is about recognizing that whatever it is you're indulging in, hopefully it's something that is going to bring you the stability that you seek. Okay. Hopefully you're not just going on a whim and, you know, doing things emotionally, because some of you, maybe you are used to doing things emotionally, not really thinking about them. But in the near future, this is about having stability within yourself. To know, to gog yourself, to know, okay, I shouldn't overeat, I shouldn't overdrink, I should have some sort of structure there, right? And with Saturn and Aries now with Neptune there, it's really pushing the collective, not only you, Scorpio, but partially I feel this does resonate with you. This is about you becoming more disciplined within yourself. Because when you start to become more disciplined within yourself, you're going to see your relationships change. The people that you attract into your life are going to change. The opportunities that come into your life are going to change. So these are things that I feel are very prominent for you in the coming days. Okay. So let's hop right into your reading, Scorpio, and let's get some details on what is taking place for you at this time. Okay, let's clarify your challenge. Okay, so your challenge, the 6 of Pentacles, okay, is clarified by the 9 of Pentacles. You have the 4 of Swords and you have the Emperor, okay? So your biggest challenge here, Scorpio, has a lot to do with your independence. It has a lot to do with your healing, your stability, finding the stability, maybe finding the right partner, the right people to integrate with, maybe just finding that stability within yourself. Your biggest challenge here is going to have a lot to do with who you're giving your energy to, your time, your resources, your money, your energy. A lot of you are learning right now, okay? And this is what's happening with Pluto in Aquarius, because remember, your ruler is Pluto and Mars, okay? Mars is the original ruler that you had before Pluto was discovered. With your two rulers opposing one another, being in opposite signs. Many of you are having a difficult time figuring out where you should put your energy, your time, and your efforts. Your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with recognizing what you personally need for yourself to feel fulfilled and abundant. Many of you are giving to others, expecting others to do for you as you should do for yourself. And this is a common thread, common theme that I've been seeing ever since Saturn entered into Aries, okay, with Neptune there. A lot of us have this idea that people are there to save us, that people are going to help us, that people are going to be genuine, that people are going to do the right thing. And I don't want to label or blanket society as bad. But the reality here is that your biggest challenge here is to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, be successful on your own, heal the wounds, the pain and the trauma within you, and overcome that to find stability. Giving to people, expecting things of other people, expecting that people are going to do for you as you do for them is very slim today, unfortunately. And I know you want to think otherwise. I know you want to think that by giving to somebody, they're automatically going to, scratch your back as well too. And 9 times out of 10, it's not true. I'm going to be honest with you, Scorpio. I feel there's people around you that are using you. I feel there's people around you that are around you because there's something that you can offer, you can give them. And when you expect these people to reciprocate back to you, you don't. They don't. Okay. And again, the reading is not going to resonate with all of you, but some of you need to hear this. Okay. Some of you need to hear this. So with the 6 of Pentacles here, I do strongly feel that you need to be cognizant of who you're giving your energy to. And you need to ask yourself the important question, well, if I'm giving to these people and they're not reciprocating what I'm giving to them, should I be pouring more into myself? How does that look for you? Well, it could be taking a new course. It could be learning something new. It could be applying the things that you've learned to increase your finances or to increase your abundance here. Some of you are being called to rest more because if you are overtired or you're not rested, you may do things abruptly or you may do things without thinking. So this is all about really circling around your attitude, your actions towards certain people in order to find stability within yourself. Instead of expecting or wanting to find stability through others, there's a need for you to find stability through yourself. And you're learning this because with Uranus in your 7th house, Uranus is very unpredictable. So some of you are dealing with people who are very unpredictable. They seem and appear to be one way, and then they turn around and show you who they truly are. And this is what you're learning now. It's been a very big part of your challenge, but this is going to be your challenge. Really being very, very stealth in who you give your energy and time and efforts into, and ask yourself, can I be pouring this energy that I'm pouring into others into myself? Because if I do that for myself, then I'll probably have and attract better relationships that are more stable. Okay. So this is what I feel is a part of your challenge. Now let's talk about, there's the Chariot. Your cards keep popping out. I'll show you what they are, the Chariot here. So many of you right now in the past, maybe you recently decided to move on from something. You decided to move forward from something. Let's clarify the recent past. Okay, so in the recent past, it's interesting because the Chariot was there and we are starting off with the 8 of Cups. So in the recent past, Scorpio, you emotionally disconnected. You walked away from something here in the past. It was done. Oftentimes what I'm picking up on in the readings is there's usually groups of you that are watching this. There's group 1, 2, or 3, A, B, or C, right? I feel many of you in the recent past closed something out with a specific person, okay? Somebody that you were giving your money, your resources, your time and energy to. They didn't appreciate you. They weren't emotionally fulfilling you. You tried very hard to maybe work with this person here in the past. The 7 of Wands is indicating that you had some sort of expectations when it came to this person, and it looks like here in the past that they didn't quite live up to the expectations that you felt when it came to this particular person. I do feel this is somebody you have history with, memories with, maybe a friend, a past lover here. That is clarified by the Page of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. It was very clear here in the past that somebody was extremely selfish. They were really focused on themselves. As much as you may have felt that they were in unison with you and in this collaborative energy, it looked otherwise otherwise. And I do feel that this person, I do feel in the past with this person, they may have apologized or they may have done something to try to get back in your good books here in the past. Okay. I'm really strongly getting a friend or a lover here in the past. You went through a tower moment. The tower moment is talking about something here abruptly changing beneath your feet unexpectedly. It's something that happened that shocked you here in the past. That is clarified by the 10 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Temperance. You believed here in the past that a situation that started to show up as being very unstable, okay? A situation that started to become very unstable for you in the past. You believed very, very adamantly that it was going to bring you happiness and fulfillment here. And this is why you held on to it for so long. Many of you held on to something here in the past that was slowly crumbling. It wasn't bringing you the stability that you needed. You continued to hold on to it because deep down inside you believed that it was going to get better here. And oftentimes we do that, right? You know, we don't want to just throw something away, especially because you're a fixed sign. You're somebody who, you know, you can be very stubborn. That's your nature, right? Your nature is to be very stubborn. So many of you held on to something here in the past that you knew was done. You knew it wasn't working for you, but you still believe that this person would change. And ultimately, the way this person came towards you, they were inconsistent and they were doing very little for you. And a lot of you realized that you deserved better here in the past. Okay. So this is what I feel happened for you in the past. Now let's talk about the present moment. Let's clarify all the cards. Okay, present moment. At the top of your reading, you have the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups here, the 7 of Cups here in the present moment is talking about confusion, talking about uncertainty. It's talking about, again, something from the past. And for many of you, there is someone, a particular person, maybe a situation from your past that is coming back. The message here for you when it comes to your situation is to get really clear on something from the past. Are you done with it? Are you going to give it a second chance? Are you open to it? Because some of you are confused about it. Some of you are still in this place where you still love maybe somebody from the past, or you're giving somebody from the past a second chance. And you may be doing this because you feel deep down inside that you may be missing out on an opportunity. So there's a need to get really clear on your future, because if you let this person go in the past, if you chose to close the cycle out in the past, why is it that you are continuing to open it up in the present moment? Why are you still going back to something here that you know doesn't fulfill you? It doesn't give you the stability that you need. In fact, some of you feel like you're being treated as an option by this person. Others of you are choosing in the present moment to cut somebody off from the past because they don't emotionally fulfill you. And this is why your challenge is the 6 of Pentacles, because you keep giving to somebody expecting that by you giving to them that they're going to change and improve and get better. And that's not always necessarily the case. Okay. So let's talk about the 4 of Wands. You have the 4 of Wands here twice. Some of you are currently in separation with somebody here that you love, or maybe you're at a distance from them. Others of you, if you're single right now, I see new love coming into your life. Okay. New love is going to come into your life when you start to step outside of your comfort zone. Many of you are at a crossroads right now about your life in terms of whether or not you want to travel, if you want to move, if you want to change, your place of residency. Maybe you want to change a job here. Because Jupiter is entering into Cancer and it's going to be trining your sun, your moon, or rising, opportunities abound for you. For the next year, okay, even though this is a reading for June, for the next 2 to 3 weeks of June, opportunities are going to abound for you, hun. They're just going to come in and you're going to have so many opportunities. And many of you are feeling this itch of change, right? You're feeling this feeling of, well, maybe it's time to change. Maybe it's time to give this situation, a chance, a new opportunity here. So what you're realizing is something that you're forcing in the present moment, 9 of Wands, something that you're trying desperately to make work. It's like you're pumping it, okay? I'm going to tell you this because you all know I keep it real on the channel. I'm raw, okay? What I feel for you, it's almost like I see a toilet and it's clogged and you're just pumping it, okay? There's something here about trying to force something to make it work. 9 of Wands, okay? I'm going to keep it real. You all know I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay. Yes. The Death, the Tower, and the Five of Wands. The more you force this situation, the more you try to force something that is not meant for you, the more you try to be Cinderella and force that glass shoe on your foot, that glass boot on your leg, when it doesn't fit you, it's just going to lead to more conflicts and issues. So you have to ask yourself, what am I giving to that is not for me? What am I forcing here that's not for me? What am I so focused on achieving and doing that is not for me? And here's the thing. I know there's this saying, right, of don't give up. The more you try, it's going to work. You know, you just have to try and try again, but you have to know when to cut your losses. Okay, Scorpio, you have to learn and know when to cut your losses, hon. You got to know that, because you got to know when you need to exit, you know, exit stage left. Exit stage left. You did your performance, you had your fun, now it's time to exit stage left. So many of you are recognizing and realizing that something here is not a part of your destiny. It's not a part of your journey. It keeps surfacing. Something here from the past keeps surfacing. And you're going to have to make a decision if you want to swim in the past or if you want to swim in the abundance that is there in the future. And this is what Jupiter is showing you as it moves into Cancer. It's saying, look, this opportunity is showing up, that's opportunity showing up. But the more you focus on the things that haven't been working for you, the things that you keep trying to revive, the more you leave yourself in this place of confusion. And that's your message here in the present moment. Okay. Now let's talk about the near future. Let's clarify all the cards. There's a red flag here in the near future that you need to be prepared for, and we will talk about that. There's the Seven of Swords. That, again, is confirmation for you. The Devil is here in the near future. Somebody is showing you their true colors. They're showing you who they are. They're showing you that they're a liar. They're showing you that they're a cheater. They're showing you that they're trying to put you in bondage here. Some of you are already in this situation in the near future. And because you choose to stick around, or you choose to give second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chances, it just leads to a disappointment here. Okay. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. Capricorn, I'm getting an Aquarius here, or a Cancer here, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So you can choose to ignore the red flags, or you can choose to speak up about them. Okay. Some of you are going to choose to move on from this. And remember, when I was shuffling the cards, the Chariot came out. So some of you are being called right now to move on from something here that's been unhealthy for you. Toxic environment, toxic people, toxic friends. You know, some of you are already doing this in the near future. Others of you, like I said, there's two groups of you. Those of you who see the problem and you see the fire and you get out before the building burns down. And others of you just stick around hoping that it's going to change. Okay. Which one are you? A cycle is closing out for you. Okay. This is the message for you in the near future. Red flags are very obvious. I can't make that decision for you, but that's the message here for you in terms of what you need to know. What comes to light for you is you're celebrating something here in the near future. You're celebrating a commitment, a marriage. Some of you are getting married in the near future. You're meeting somebody new in the present moment. And in the near future, you're going to be discussing marriage, getting together, being in a strong, committed relationship. You're celebrating this. Okay. Again, this is a different timeline. So if I mention the reading and it seems completely off from the first message I told you, remember the messages come in increments and they come in different timelines. Okay. When I talk about a timeline, I talk about, you know, I'm here, you're there. Just because I don't see you and you don't really see my environment of where I am doesn't mean I don't exist, right? So timelines can vary for different people in different phases of our life. One of the things that you have to be aware of, Scorpio, is your life is going to change. I'm going to say it again. Your life is going to change drastically over the next 6 months. Even though this is a read for the next 2 to 3 weeks in June, your life is going to change. It's going to change in a very positive way. And it's going to require you to recognize the things that you need to filter out. Okay. I'm getting a picture of a sieve. I think that's the word. It's like something that's filtering. You're filtering the crap, the toxicity out of your life to bring forth the abundance. And August is going to be a big month for you because August is going to bring forth the most abundance that you've ever seen in your life. Okay. But it will require you to get serious about working on the things that are causing you uncertainty. You need to work on the things that are going to that are causing you delusions. Okay. And this is what Neptune in Aries with Saturn is doing. It's getting us to realize what we need to work on. And this could be your love life, right? Many of you are attracting real love into your life. You're attracting somebody here in the near future that matches the love that you have to offer. But again, if you're putting your energy into people and situations that you've tried to make things work with them and they never improve or they never get better, that may be something that you need to work on here in the near future, because the timeline that you're trying to get to is one that's going to require you to clean house. It's going to require you to clean that closet out so that you can make room for bigger and better things. Okay. So with that being said, let's get some advice for you. What is the advice? Okay, so your advice here for you is the Two of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Magician. Your biggest piece of advice is to be honest with yourself about your options, okay? You need to weigh your options and figure out which choice is best suited for you, not what's best suited for everybody else, what's best suited for Scorpio. Your biggest piece of advice here is if you've been feeling powerless as of late, if you've been feeling like things haven't been working out for you the way that you want them to work out for you, your biggest piece of advice here is to harness your power by making an important decision. An important decision that you make is going to determine if you are willing and able to take your power back. Many of you are choosing to take your power back, and as a result of you taking your power back, it is going to give you the energy to have and embark on a brand new beginning. You're embarking on a new beginning, and by you embarking on this new beginning, you're leaving something behind. As difficult and as hard as it may be, you're leaving the situation behind because you know that by taking a leap of faith and putting yourself in a bigger and better environment is what is going to cater to this abundance that is coming into your life. Remember, Scorpio, you need to be in the right place at the right time to receive all the things that are meant for you, okay? So Scorpio, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.